and welcome back to my Wonder World. My name is Zachary Game, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. It's very, very hot out because I cannot turn the weather machine back on. I've learned from the last episode I'm not gonna do it, but because it is August, it is absolutely sweltering. I cannot wait for it to finally be fall. Anyways, I think before we get on to the most important part of the episode, I have some news to go over, and also somebody to add to my memory room. So, going over here, I have one of you guys, one of my viewers, to add. Now, I did tell you, to the viewer that I'm placing the sign up, that I would add you, and it's been quite a while, so maybe you thought for a second that you weren't actually gonna get a sign in, but you are. I'm just gonna put a sign here, and I'm gonna put RFanYT. You've been really, really nice. I have quite a few names to add now, actually. There are a few people that I have been meaning to add that I can't do yet. But I think in the next episodes we will. But Arfan, I'm adding you because you've been really, really kind. I think you said you went through a lot of my episodes recently. So thank you so super duper much for your support and all the really nice comments you left. It really does warm my heart. But with that being said, there is too much warming going on. It's too hot outside, and I really, really despise it. So I'm gonna try my best to stay inside for as long as I possibly can. Oh, bad idea. Here I am talking about not wanting to be all warm, and I go into the part of water that has magma blocks at the bottom of it. That's quite silly of me. Alright, I have some news. So, I made a pretty big episode a few days ago, and it's got a lot of support on it, of a lot of you guys watching. I'm very, very happy about that. But after that, I did try to record a regular episode, and it kind of fell through, which is why I have all of my doggies here. I actually went through my world, and I did a part of an episode before I realized that my OBS just didn't work, and it didn't record any of it. So, yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that I made a mistake. So basically, I'm gonna have to redo a part of this episode, but don't worry, you're not really missing out on too much. I'll just do a slight recap. And I do have to be honest, I'm stalling. I don't want to go outside. It's too hot outside, but I'm gonna do it. I think before I do that, I should put on my outside clothes, because if you look at me right now, I have a long sleeve shirt on. That's not good at all. I'm gonna burn up in the heat. So I'm gonna go over to where my dogs won't see me getting dressed, because that's just not right. Guys, come on, stop moving. I need to get dressed, guys. Okay, and I'm gonna go down the stairs. We're gonna have my privacy, and I'm gonna do what I always do when I put clothes on. I'm just gonna go into a little bit of a spin, and then suddenly I'm gonna have a bunch of new clothes on. Because that's how I am. You know, technically, I don't really need privacy to do that, but you know, it just feels like I should have my dogs wait for me. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna change my clothes. I'm gonna do a little bit of a spin. Alrighty, I got my outside clothes on, so I'm ready to go outside. It's still really, really, really hot out, so I'm not looking too forward to it, but it is gonna be just fine. It's gonna be a-okay. Let's just step out. Oh, you know what? It's not as hot as I thought it would be. It's actually a little bit hotter inside the house. I think it got turned into a bit of an oven. Maybe it's just like, you know, the wind outside. But, you know, it's pretty nice. I quite like it outside. Much better. Alright, well, all the rambling out of the way, we need to go over to the Wonderland. Oh, actually, a little bit more, more rambling. You might have noticed we have two new dogs. The one with the green color and the one with the lime color, because in the last episode I accidentally bred actually I bred 4 of my dogs together, goodness gracious. And so I named them according to one of your guys' comments from a while ago. It was actually Omodom's. You might remember Omodom from a few episodes ago. And yeah, so basically, yeah, I told you, Omodom, that I would add those dog names, and I finally did it, so yay for me by keeping my word. But anyways, let's go on so I can explain what we're doing today. So basically, I know I say basically a lot, but basically, I've been having a weird kind of like hyperfixation. It's always you, Nico. It's always you stopping my minecart. I know you want to play, but I can wait till we go to the dog park. Goodness gracious. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, I've been having a weird little bit of a hyperfixation with like potato chips and stuff. And so I had the thought a couple of weeks ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, to make a potato factory, or rather a potato chip factory. And because I did mess up a recording a few days ago, we actually have quite a bit of the building done. It's not all done just yet, which is why I'm still going to do the episode. We're still going to do some work on it. But I will show you guys a bit of the layout, and hopefully after that it won't be too jarring for us to get back to building. Oh my gosh, Maple, goodness. No, Maple's picking up some bad habits from you guys. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea for me to have my rails set up like this, so that every time I need to go over to my Wonderland, I need to get you guys in minecarts. The problem is that you guys hate getting in minecarts. You guys struggle to get in a minecart every single time I try to go somewhere. Oh, well, Maple's already over at the Wonderland, but I guess this just gives us the opportunity to go through the entrance a little bit slower. So, for any of you who are new to my channel, this is my Wonderland. I have a ton of fun building a bunch of mini games and fun stuff here. And for anybody that's been watching, right over there is where the potato factory is gonna be. Now that little room right there is where the potatoes kind of get like chopped up and cooked and stuff, but I still don't have the place for actually getting the potatoes. Let me just get you on the minecart really quickly, Maple. There we go. So that's what we're gonna work on today, and hopefully it shouldn't be too big of a build. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about how much I do time lapses and how much I wanted to like kind of include the building process, because I think it's really important for like Minecraft videos, seeing as Minecraft is a game about building, not just watching a time lapse. But if we do end up spending too much time on this, I will just do a time lapse. I feel like I need to stop saying I'm not gonna do a time lapse, because every time I do a time lapse, I just feel really silly about it. But yeah, this is the preparation room, as I said. It's got some chains for the furnace, so you can't just step in. Probably a bad idea to be so close to fire on a hot summer day, but it's okay. This is a conveyor belt which pushes all the potatoes through here. This is going to be a space for chopping up the potatoes in just a little bit. It's not set up quite yet. But once all the potatoes get chopped up, they get cooked, they get sent down here and put into this little barrel via this little item hopper, we should have a pretty good working potato factory, or I guess potato chip factory. Now, to get started, I got quite a few materials, which you might have seen me take just now when I was getting that glass. So I have some potatoes, I have some bone meal, some grass blocks, and some of the materials I used while I was making this building in particular. And I think I'm gonna go through a bit of a similar building process. I'm gonna set my dogs down really quickly as I try to guide you guys through what I did last time. Now, I had a really cool pattern for the floor. Now, it isn't really reminiscent of like an actual real-life factory. It's more of like a natural kind of like wood and stone place. But I still think it looks really cool, and I'm going to be using it for the next area of the potato factory. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense because potatoes are brown, so it kind of like fits the color palette. So what I did was I had some oak logs going around the outside of the floor, and on the inside I had a bunch of stripped oak logs in kind of like this little like thatch kind of pattern, you know, almost like how baskets, like you weave it over like one over the other. It's like something like that, really. Goodness gracious, I have a really tough time just describing simple things sometimes, but I don't really have to, do I? I could, you know, continue to go through the trouble of me trying to describe the whole thing, or I could just simply get right to building and not just make myself look really silly, because I do that enough as is. I really don't need to keep doing that. But yeah, I think as I'm building, I might go through some other stuff I'm planning as well. I never really talk about stuff outside of Minecraft or stuff outside of my Minecraft world when I'm playing on my Wonder World. I usually just, you know, talk about what's happening at the moment in the world specifically, and then the video ends and it's really all you'll hear from me. But I feel like I really want to, because I have quite a few things planned. I understand it's not the first time that I've had a few things planned. Things have definitely fallen through before. So, you know, I feel like it's one of those things that might happen, might not happen, but I've been planning a new build series for quite a while called Let's Build Together, and I'm quite excited about it. I might start it later today after I record this episode. I'm not quite sure, but it's been a really fun idea to look at, and I have quite a few themes ready for when I get started building, and I think I'm gonna have a ton of fun with it, and it's gonna let me play a lot more with like time lapses and like creative style building that isn't just like in a survival world, even a survival world like with commands, you know. So I think that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Oh, and also, I've been talking a lot about the Minecraft news thing that I really wanted to do, but I don't know if I'm really going to do that. I would like to keep my stuff, you know, like away from the realm of like news and stuff, because while the news is, you know, typically it's just news, even if I do like a good news broadcast, it's still going to be talking about like serious things, and I put a lot of thought into it. And while it was a good idea to do news, like good news segments, because, you know, that could really warm some people's hearts, I don't know, I don't think I want to be in that world at the moment, you know what I mean? Like with the news and like real life happenings in my Minecraft world. I think I'm just going to stick to making my own things. Now, that isn't to say that I'll never do the good news thing. I don't think it's a terrible idea, but I don't think you guys will see that from me just now. I did really hype up the summer, so I kind of feel bad for not doing it, but, you know, at the end of the day, I think this is the right decision for me to take, and also it's going to let myself, you know, just continue to build things in my world, and just have a lot of fun without having to, like, you know, do a lot of researching of, like, news and very serious stuff in the real world. So, maybe in the future we'll do some good news stuff, maybe it's just going to stay with skits, but I think right now I'm quite fine with the way things are happening. And I think the final thing I'm going to say before I just, you know, stick to strictly Minecraft talking is that I'm actually thinking about doing a lot more than just Minecraft soon. So, you might have seen a video of me and some of my friends playing the video game Peak, and that was a lot of fun to make, and I might make some other videos kind of like it. I don't really have much money for, like, you know, buying video games at the moment, so there isn't really much on that front, but sometime in the future, I might totally do that, so keep an eye peeled for that, because that's probably not one of the things that are going to fall through, because, you know, I really do like playing new games, and I did get a few recently, a few free games, so I'm quite excited to try those things out. But yeah, I think that's just about it on that front. I think now it's just me playing around in Minecraft. Okay, you know what? Because I'm not around any sharp edges, I'm gonna let my buddies roam around just a little bit. I think they need to get up and stretch. I kind of hate how I always leave my dog just laying around. Maybe they feel bad being so lazy all day. I also want to think a little bit about what I want to do for the potato production. Now, what I was gonna do was I was just gonna make a bit of like a farm patch in the factory and like have some dispensers with bone meal in them and like be able to just like switch them on and off and stuff like that. Or, you know, the alternative is also just like, you know, getting a wizard or something like that. Something that can do magic and just magically make all the crops grow really quickly. Oh, I just got some oak from that little chest monster there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cut it out because it's such a mess, but oh my gosh, I really do have to clean these chests up one day. But yeah, as I was saying, we could also maybe get a wizard or something. Now, I don't know who would be a wizard. I don't know of any wizards personally. I only know witches. You know, for example, Witty from the last episode and a new witch that I hired just recently, which I'll have to show you sometime soon. But outside of that, I don't really know any people that work in like wizardry and stuff like that, and like can make my crops grow really quickly for the potato chip factory. Now, because I eat so many potato chips, I do need to finish the factory. This is imperative. I need to do it. It's of utmost importance. But I also don't know if I can really find any. So, you know, if need be, maybe I could learn, you know, some kind of magic or something. And that could be, you know, something I do to, like, make all the potatoes grow really quickly for my potato factory. But then I'm going to be, like, my own worker in the factory, so I don't know if there's much of a point to having a factory. You know what? Actually, no, never mind. Never mind that. Making somebody else work for me, no. What I should really do is just work for myself a little bit. I think I'm going to be the wizard. I'm going to have to learn magic or something. Because once I do that, I think I can just work at the I can work at the farmland area along the conveyor belt. I can grow all the potatoes myself. But yeah, after we do that, after I learn all the magic that I need to actually run the place, I think then we can make as many potato chips as we want. I can eat as many potato chips as I want, and I can sell them to other people as well. Or, you know, maybe not even sell them, because, you know, I have magic and I just give out all my potato chips. That'd be great. Alright, with that being said, though, no more rambling about magic stuff. I think it's time for me to do the floor. I did want there to be a little bit of a grass gap, so I did mess up by making this layer oak logs. It's going to get covered up by the wall later. But if we just do this, that's going to be roughly the width of the floor if I don't change it, I think. Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, wait, no, actually, because there's going to be this little outline here. No, it's okay. So it's going to be roughly from here to here, and then this layer is going to be walls. I kind of regret it, but I think it's going to just fine down the line, so I'm not going to be too much of a worrywart about it. So, oh, I got to replace that. A little bit of mistake. Let's just fill in this next bit. Oh, it's super satisfying. It's almost like painting. It's almost like painting. I just get to fill in these little spaces. No placing or breaking blocks. It's just simple clicks. And now it's all done. It looks really, really small. It really does look small. But once the wall gets put in, it's going to be just fine. Now, for the wall, I'm going to do exactly what I did with this building. I'm going to get some birch logs. So let me just chuck some glass back in there. And get some birch logs out. And I'm going to try to do a bit of an arch. Now, I don't want it to be exactly like this building. I want it to have some variation. So it might be a block or two taller, but that's just fine in my book. So I think this is about as tall as I could need it to be. I think I'll do 2 blocks. And then I think this is going to be the middle. So, could be that. Oh, I fell off. I can't believe I let myself do that. So something like that. Oh, that doesn't look right. Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? We can work with this. I'm not going to be super judgy about it. I think I'm going to work with this. And I think it's just going to be really tall because, you know, it can kind of contrast this building over here. So I went up about that many blocks. I think I'm going to do one more. Go over and go 2 blocks up. And I think the rest is going to be easy. Is that how I do it? Oh, this does look a little bit silly. I have to admit, it does. But if we just build up like this... and over by what? Oh, what have I done? Oh, it doesn't look great. Uh-oh. I can fix this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let's break this. Can I reach that? Oh, just barely can't. Okay, something like this should work wonders. Pun intended. I'm gonna use my free cam. I almost never use my free cam, but it is very important. So if any of you have the mod, don't be too shy to use it. So it's gonna go up by 2, up by 1, and that's gonna be the archway. It is actually, I am now noticing, it's equal height to this place, so I might actually make it a tiny bit taller. Outside of that, I think it looks fine. I think it looks really good. Now, do I want to have any other shapes, or do I want it to just be like this? Because all things considered, this doesn't look bad. We can add a tower or something, you know, for magic, because every wizard needs a tower. That's just kind of how wizards work in my eyes. But with all things considered on that front, I think this is looking just fine. I will extend this up by 1, this up by 2. And then over here, I'm going to complete this 3. So let's just do... Oh, it's such a mess. Forgive me. It's such a mess. So like this, 1, 2, 3. And I think the rest of it, I can just kind of fill in. So it's going to be 3 tall. So something like that. It's a mess. But I'm going to clean it. I promise I'm going to clean it. Alrighty, so something like, oh goodness, uh-oh, I forgot to take out the other side. What am I doing? This is why time lapses. Everybody, this is why time lapses. It's because I always make myself look like such a goof. Whenever I build, I always make the silliest mistakes, and I have to go fix it. But But 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfectly symmetrical. If I go down here, I think I can just continue doing that for the rest of it. It's gonna look super duper tall, so I can make it 2 floors if we really need to. But I quite like it. I think it's gonna work out just fine. Oh, and I'll even. Oh no, you know what? Should I save? Should I save all of the stripping for the end? No, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna strip all the oak logs right now. I can't really reach all the way up, so it's just gonna be partially. But that's roughly what the material is gonna look like. So if I just, look away from all the rest of the birch logs, I think it's gonna look just great. So, I am probably going to need to get some materials down the line, meaning that there will be a lot of cuts if I don't do a time-lapse. So, as always, I'm going to go into a bit of a time-lapse, and I hope you guys have a ton of fun watching it. Once I'm done with the time-lapse, I'll try to go through what we need to actually finish up the place, because once I'm done building it, there will still be a couple more steps for us to do. But with that being said, I'm going to go get the glass put in, get some extra logs, and get that other building set up. And I will show you guys what it looks like when it's done. And I hope you enjoy the music. Bye! Alrighty, everybody, hello! So, I worked really quickly. That didn't actually take that long. I think, I think it's totally possible for me to have done that in just, 2 episodes. So, like one first part and one second part. But with all of that out of the way, I think it looks really good. Now, it is right up against the billboard, but that's just fine at the end of the day. Alright, so let me look through it a little bit and show you guys what I love most about it. There's a bunny in here! There's a bunny in here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're going to eat all the potatoes. We're going to actually show everybody what's going on. Okay, you know what? Fine. You want the potato? You want the potato? I think you want carrots, but if you want the potato that bad, it's out the window. Yeah, go get it. Go get it. Anyways. Oh, it got hurt. It got hurt. Is it okay? This always happens. No. This has happened 2 days in a row now. Oh, I can't believe this. Alright, yeah, so for a little bit of context, in the last recording that I messed up, where I made this building, a bunny actually fell at the very same hill, so I feel really terrible about that. The poor little bunny only wanted potatoes. Oh my, I might have been frustrated, but the bunny did not deserve what happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I have to move on, or I'm gonna feel bad about that all day today. I really do need to take care of my bunnies a little bit more. I think I might have to do something about this whole funny bunny arena, because, well, it was a funny idea, or I guess like a rather fun idea, not a funny idea, sorry, funny bunny, bit of a tongue twister, but, well, it was a fun idea. These bunnies aren't safe at all. I need to make a place for them where they're going to be nice and safe, and they aren't going to fall off the cliffs and stuff. Okay, well, moving on, anyways. Yeah, it's pretty simple so far. So this is the room where all the potatoes get produced, and it's pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to get some potatoes. I'm just going to put the rabbit in here for now, but To showcase the design, I'm just going to put some potatoes on this bit of farmland. I'm going to pull the main lever right here a few times, and then all the potatoes are ready for harvesting. So I can't really like automate it just yet. I don't have any magic powers or anything like that. So right now I'm just kind of stuck with pulling the levers, but all things considered, it's pretty easy. It doesn't take too much work. I just sit here for a little bit and I pull some levers, and then there are some potatoes I can put on the conveyor belt. So after that, what I do is I just toss all of the potatoes onto the conveyor belt. And as you can see by the arrows here, it's going to move along this way and up this line. You can even see the potatoes on the conveyor belt. Now, it isn't turned on, so they're not actually going to move any. But I think it works okay. I think it still is just fine for what I need today. And it's going to go through here along the side and into the other building. And you may have seen what happens next. If we go inside and we turn to the right, we can actually see that there's a little bit of a chopping station that's going to turn all these potatoes into separate potato chips. And then after they've been cut up, they're going to go right through here and into the fire. And once they're out of here, they're all nice and cooked. We can package them at the barrel. So sometime tomorrow, or I guess the next episode, whenever I make the next thing, we should have a bunch of chips set up. And, you know, if I really need to, I can even learn some magic so I can actually get the place automated before I get all my potato chips. As I said a while ago, I go through potato chips like a maniac. I never really mentioned it in my Minecraft videos, but I am not to be trusted with them. So this is one of those things where once this is up and everything is good, I can just munch on however many potato chips I really want to. With a kind of like reckless abandon, because I don't need to worry about my health at all. Well, I guess. Technically I will, but if they're magical potatoes, hopefully I won't have to worry about my health, and I can just, you know, make a ton. Oh, I think I ran out of bone meal. Oh, yeah, that's one of the problems of not being able to actually use magic, is you use a lot of bone meal at the end of the day. But with all that being said, I'm quite happy with what we've made here. I'm definitely going to revisit in the future. I think I might save it for when I've actually learned some magic, though, or I've gotten just, I guess, better at gardening. I don't know at what point in gardening you're able to, like, I guess, control growing plants with your mind, but I'm assuming if you study it enough, you know, it shouldn't be that hard, you know what I mean? If I get good enough at gardening and I have a backyard garden, it should be just fine. I should be able to telepathically grow all my plants. That's how it works, right? I'm sure of it. I'm sure that's how it works. But with that being said, no more rambling from me. I'm going to take all of my doggy buddies, and I'm going to, I guess, like, twist my fingers. How's it go? Oh, yeah. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that they don't block the minecart, because if they do end up blocking the minecart again and I get stuck, it is to be expected. I won't feel really too bad about it, but it would be a really, really cool feat for me to not get blocked by my buddies. So I'm gonna go and hope they don't get in front of the minecart. It happens all too often. I cleared this section. Those guys are right, they tried. Meggy, Nico, and I think Maple really, really wanted to stop me there, but they weren't actually able to do it. Oh, but Willow took the cake. Willow took the cake and did manage to block me. You know, as much as I think it's annoying sometimes, I think it could be a little bit of a fun game to see which one of them is going to be able to stop my minecart, and I guess just take it the rest of the way without having to walk their tiny little legs. Alright, you know what? I think whoever gets in front of my minecart next, I'm just going to get out of the minecart and let them go the rest of the way. I don't know if it's going to happen again, because it's a super rare occurrence if you don't have like both sides blocked off. But you know what? I'll still give it to them. And I think from now on, instead of looking at them getting in front of my minecart and stealing it from me, instead of being like, oh, look at it, it's so crazy how they got in front of my minecart and stole it, I'm just gonna let them get in and take the minecart all the way home. So Nico wins today. Nico's the first winner of our little doggy minecart game. I think that's a really good idea. I'm gonna keep that a thing, I think. It does kind of take away from the stress of getting my minecart stolen and having to walk all the way home, because instead of me feeling bad about it, I just get to look at it and be like, oh, it's a fun game, Nico wins today. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that is about all I really want to do. So I'm going to take the rest of my buddies. So Meggy, Maple, and Willow. Oh, I need to stop messing up their names. I know they're new and all, but it feels really mean when I do that. And I'm going to go over to the cozy canine cabin so I can get them all nice and situated. So, let's get you out of the minecart really quickly, Nico, because I'm sure you had fun on the minecart tracks. I think it's about time that we go to bed, so I'm gonna take you guys in. I think I'm gonna sit you down with the rest of them. So Maple, you sit there. Maggie, you sit next to him. And I think Willow, you want to be in your own little corner. So I'm gonna sit you down in your corner. And Nico, if you really want to be in a corner as well. Oh, no, you don't want to be in a corner at all. Okay. Nico's gonna be a little bit more sociable, and I guess Maple's just gonna sit there in a corner like a lonely little dog. Please just don't wake them up with your howling, okay? If you do feel so lonely that you need to howl, just please don't wake up all the buddies over here. Oh gosh, are they okay? I'm really confused because both Maple and Cassetti are like looking into a wall right now. I hope they're not super sad. Okay. I can't focus on it forever. I'm gonna make myself feel bad about it. Alright, well, moving on. I think I am gonna take a nap. And luckily, I think I'm going to bed at the proper time. This is actually getting to be a little bit of a rare occurrence. Typically, when I end up my episodes, it's getting to be morning and it's way past the time I should be going to bed. But I think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make my fictional bedtime today. Oh, just as the sunlight hits the bed. Oh, that's quite perfect. So, I'm gonna take, should I do cat or chirp? You know what? I think I'm gonna do neither. I'm gonna try to find blocks. Do I have blocks? Oh, do I not have blocks? I don't think I have blocks. No! Oh, I really, really did want to play blocks today. Oh, well, it's just fine. I think once we get a future store done, I should have all the discs I need. So, no worries in the world for me. I'm just going to put them all into the jukebox. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, I love it so much. And I think I'm going to wrap things up. So, if you all had a wonderful time watching this video, please do all the things. Liking, subscribing. Commenting is actually the thing that helps the most. I think commenting and sharing, or just like watching other people having a good time, is the most helpful thing you can do. And, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you do any of that, because if you had a wonderful time watching, that's all I really care about. So, I hope you have a wonderful day doing whatever it is you're doing in the real world, and I am going to go to bed.